We're now getting into pre-pandemic territory with mortgage payments as they relate to income. What does that mean? Let's discuss. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is James J. Welcome to the Texas Mortgage Boss Podcast. And today we're going to talk about mortgage payments as they relate to income and what does that mean for you as a potential buyer, you as a potential investor, and what that means for everyone that is in the housing market in 2022. So let's jump right in. This is from Black Knight. This article just came out yesterday, and this relates to home price index according to Black Knight. So let's jump right in and take a look at what we're seeing right now. On the screen here, you can see that the annual home price growth rate. Okay, this looks at growth rate from the last several years, but we're going to focus on the last year specifically. All right, because that's what matters is where we are right now. But you can look at some historical numbers and see we are at all-time highs, right around 4% as of last month. So the 1 month home price change and then annual home price growth. That's what you're seeing here. So the blue here is showing you the 1 month home price change. The green is showing you annual home price growth. We are hovering right around 4% right now. Year over year, this number is up at least 20%, pretty close to 20%, okay? As we look at the markets with the highest home price growth, for us in Texas, we're up here. Tampa is number one. You've got Austin, which is off the charts right now. And then you've got several other cities that are going through the roof as far as home price growth. Houston is in the top 15. We're just underneath San Diego. They're at about 27.3. Houston is in the 25 plus range as far as annual home price growth. I mentioned this in another video. For the month of February, Houston was actually the number one reload spot in the country for the month of February 2022. Okay, so Houston is doing a lot of work with bringing in new home buyers. We're bringing in investors. We're bringing in people from all over the globe buying real estate in Houston. So it's making it a lot more challenging for people that are looking to get into the market for the first time and purchase their first home. Okay, let's take a look at the monthly principal and interest payment to purchase average priced home. Monthly, this is just principal and interest payment is what we're talking about here. Just the principal and interest payment to purchase an average priced home. Now, 2008, this is where we were. This is 08, right around here. Average price to, the average monthly mortgage payment to purchase an average price home back then was just under $1,200, right around here, just under $1,200. That's in 08. You can see where we are as of last month. This is March. $1,692 was the principal interest payment that was to purchase an average price home. So again, principal and interest only. This is not including the taxes and the insurance. This number right here is what has me concerned. That number has me concerned because that number is going to keep some people from moving forward. Principal and interest payment $1,692. Once you factor in your taxes and insurance, most likely you're going to be well over $2,000 in relatively any area of town. Most areas of town, honestly, you're going to be over $2,000. So if you're a renter and you're looking at this number and you're thinking, I can't do that, I'm just going to stay put and I'm going to continue to rent. That might be the move for you, but you got to keep in mind, if your lease comes up for renewal, a lot of landlords right now are increasing rent. That is the beauty of owning a home. The beauty of having a home and having a mortgage is that your principal and interest payment, although as you take a look here, it's gone up significantly over the last several years. That number right there, once you lock it in, does not change. It doesn't change. Yes, your taxes can fluctuate. Yes, your insurance can fluctuate a little here or there. That $1,692 That is your principal interest, doesn't change, right? You are locked in. That is the beauty of home ownership. And that is why owning a home beats renting, because there is no cap to rent. Although I did see an article recently where there are some states that are capping how much a landlord can increase rent from 1 month, or excuse me, one lease that's about to expire to the next. They're putting a cap on how much that can go out. Apparently some of these high rental states, mostly, like I saw one was New Jersey, some of these New York, they're capping how much a landlord can actually raise rent, because it's really putting people in a financial bind. So that's actually a good thing for consumers. All right, let's jump right back in to this article here. So this 30-year fixed interest rate scenario, this again looking at principal and interest payment only. So at 4.5% interest, monthly payment, principal and interest only, $1,708. Okay, that's about 29% payment to ratio. That's what this means. 4.75%, $1,758 monthly payment. At 5% interest rate, $1,809. That's where we are. That was as of March. Now, payment amounts only tell us so much about the current housing environment. Income has risen quite a bit since 2006. As such, the second key piece of data from Black Knight compares the median incomes to average home prices to come up with a payment to income ratio. In other words, how much of the median family income is needed to afford the average price home. That's 20% down, 30-year fixed. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. This is payment to income ratio. It's another scale here. Freddie 30-year fixed rate. This is what the green line is showing here. So let me break this down. So payment to income, again, what is your payment in relation to the amount of income that that person is making? That is what this blue line is showing. So as of March, which is last month, we're right around that 29%. This is just a different way of showing the same thing. But you can see that red line and where we were the last several years. So this is dating back to 2008 right here. You see, we've been just going down, down, down. These payments have been so low over the last several years. This is why we've been so spoiled for years, is because of that number right there. Because of this graph, and now we're going back up to where we were pre-2008. That's right before everything tanked. This is before the housing collapse. But you can see back in 2006, 2007, this is where we were. This is where we were. And unfortunately, we're heading back to that number right there. 34%, that is the amount of mortgage payment, principal interest payment, as it relates to a person's income for an average size home. 34.1, that was back in 2006, guys. We're right now at 29. So unfortunately, we're heading back to where we were back in 06. It's been a long time, but there's some good news. There is some good news. So if you're a first-time home buyer, the good news is, although rates are going up, it's going to take some people out of the market because rates are going up. A lot of investors are going to shy away as these rates start to go up. Some investors are going to keep buying, right? Because real estate is just a great investment. I don't care what the interest rate is, it's still a great investment. Because over time, typically that investment is going to go up, all right? History shows you buy real estate, if you keep it for a little while, chances are it's going to go up. You know, we are probably at an artificial environment this last 2 years with everything going on, with these prices going through the roof. But if you're a first-time buyer, hang in there, all right? Let's move on to the next chart here. This right here is a annual home price growth chart, okay? Annual home price growth chart. So what you're seeing here, blue is the 1 month home price change, and the green is the home price growth chart, okay? So the 1 month home price change, let's take a look at this real quick. So from December, this is November. You can see where these numbers are down November. This is right around August timeframe. And you can see, unfortunately, since August, every single month, prices have just gone up. Home prices have just increased. And the annual price growth chart, that green line, same thing. Numbers back here. This is even going back several years back, and you can see this number just continue to increase over the years. So we're in a very, very unusual time right now, guys. I've never seen a market like we have right now, where we've got inflation going on, we've got home prices going through the roof, and then we've got interest rates going up as well. With all that being said, I don't want to discourage people, but you just got to figure out what's the right time. It might be right for you now, maybe it's not right for you. But the I'm going to wait for the market to crash theory, you really need to think about that and just figure out, okay, is it time for me to buy now, or do I really need to get my credit in order? The stronger your credit profile, the better. That is huge right now. But interest rates right now are still pretty doggone good compared to 2006, 2007, 2008, right? We started to see the rates go down back in 08, and then we've just been riding a low interest rate environment for several years. We had a brief point back in 2019 where rates were going up to the low fours, and then they started going down. And then again, 2020 hit, 2021, we've been riding that low wave for a while. It's time for the market to adjust. So again, good news for you if you are looking to own. The market is going to change, right? As these rates go up, again, people are going to start to fizzle out. And so there's going to be more opportunity as we head into the spring and summer season. There's going to be more opportunity, more homes come on the market this time of year anyway. And so this may give you an opportunity to still be able to take advantage of the rates where they are. Although I know it's not 2021, I get it, but this is where we are. So as of today, this is where rates are looking at. 30-year fixed, 5.02, 15-year, almost about 4.25, 30-year FHA, mortgage-backed securities here, and then a 10-year Treasury is at 2.55. That's up from the day before. So 30-year fixed, 5.02. Now, as always, guys, all these numbers that you're seeing right now, completely credit dependent. It does not mean this is exactly what you're going to get. It depends on your credit, it depends on your down payment, your lender, all that stuff factors into these numbers. But this is an average number across the board for interest rates. This is not specific to one lender or another lender. All right. So if you want to know that information, reach out to me. I'd love to help you. I am a mortgage lender right here in the state of Texas, and I would love to be your lender or just be a resource for you if you've got questions about anything. So hang in there. If you're a buyer, do not be discouraged. Your time is coming. It might be now, maybe it's in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. Again, I want everyone to own a home. I think it's the best way for most people to build any type of wealth. And be sure to just hang in there, stay educated. Your time is coming. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment, what are your thoughts on the interest rates going on right now, right? Did you think we would ever get back to this point? I've been talking about for months, if we ever got back to getting these rates to 4.5%, 5%, 6%, I still think it's still a good idea to own a home. We just have to adjust right now. We have to adjust, and that might mean sitting on the sideline for a little bit, getting my finances, getting my credit worthiness back in order, or getting it higher than it was to be able to benefit and take advantage of where we are right now. Because this in the real estate market is not necessarily going to stop. I don't see prices coming down. I do see prices leveling off, right? I do think we're going to see a little bit of a slowdown with appreciation. And again, that's going to give you some opportunity if you're a buyer trying to get into the market. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video. Stay tuned.